Welcome back to another Genshin Impact video on the Duck channel. And yeah, I know that my quality is bad, but that's because the main thing that I used to record my audio with is kind of getting me heated at the moment and it's not working. So today I'll be flexing some of the characters that you don't have, some of the artifacts you wish you had, and why isn't my quality bad? Well, because I have no cash and I'm free to play. So let's get into this bitch. Let's start with the one and only Yaksha that we know about, while the other one is showing me Teyvat sucking some big, deep, dark abyss dick. I'm going to show off my stats, my attributes, uh, as the last thing, right? Because I'm going to show off my weapons, my artifacts, constellations, and talents, and I'm going to give you some tips on what you should build on him, right? But some of the things that I have is kind of controversial on this character, so this I say controversial because in this community everything's controversial. If you have the wrong weapon, everybody's coming and they flaming your ass. Moving on. Now let's start with my weapon of choice, which is the Calamity Queller, right? So this weapon is incredible on Xiao. I'm not saying that because I lost the 50-52 and instead of getting the Promoter Jade. I'm sorry. It's a really good weapon, man. Look at that big, huge, humongous, titanic, large size of attack. Look at that base attack, 741. This is a 5-star weapon. And then you see that galaxy size percentage. Look at that, 16 percent attack. It's really good. And extinguishing precept, which is the passive, gives you more attack. And normally I would have 2445 attack, but it gave me what? Do the math. You do the math. I'm not doing this shit. Moving on. Let me give you some of the weapon choices. If you don't have the Calamity Queller, uh, just keep this in mind. The deathmatch, only use that if you have money. you know why do I have it? I'm free to play. I don't know. It just popped up on my account. I don't know. The gods were like, yo, take this real quick. I didn't waste money on this game, I promise. So yeah, I have this weapon. It worked really well on my Xiao up until I got the Black Cliff pole. If you're free to play, I'm sorry, the Black Cliff pole is way better than the deathmatch, in my opinion, just because the more enemies you defeat, the more attack you gain. And if you're using this hot garbage of a weapon, oh boy, you just need to be put down. I'm sorry, you need to be put down. But moving on, those other weapons. And if you don't have the deathmatch or the Blackcliff pole, I don't know, man. You can use Favonius Lance if you have it. If you don't have Favonius Lance, I guess you're out of luck, man. You can use the Lithic Spear, but that's about it for his weapon choices. You can also use the 5 stars. I don't have the 5 stars, so yeah, that's about it. I said that 3 fucking times. Move on from the top. Now let's start with my artifacts. A lot of people complain about how they have terrible artifacts just because they keep getting, oh, defense percentage. What is this? Healing bonus? Who the fuck uses that? Bitch, shut the fuck up and admire my substats. Look at this: 21% crit damage, 6.6 crit rate. Then I have 30% crit damage and 3.1, which could be better if it didn't roll into HP. But this is the worst of the bunch. 20% crit damage and then 10% crit rate. That shit sucks. And then this is the best one. Animal damage bonus 46%, energy recharge 60%, crit rate 7.0, crit damage 13%. Incredible. This one sucks ass as well. I don't know why, but it just sucks. It doesn't sucks. That was sarcasm. All of my artifacts are better than yours. I know you're jealous. I know you're crying. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Move on. Now, which artifacts would I recommend that you use? Well, to start off with the most famous ones, the ones that people keep recommending is the sets or the 2-piece sets that give you 18% attack. So those would be Vermilion Hereafter, Echoes of an Offering, Shimenawa's Remnants, and Gladiator's Finale. Those are the only ones that give you 2-piece 18% attack. So yeah, if you have better pieces for those, go ahead. But if you have better pieces for 2-piece Viridescent Venerer and 2-piece Gladiator or whatever other 2-piece gives you 18% attack, then you go for that. It just depends on your subsets. It all comes down to which artifacts are better. So yeah, that's about it. There's another thing I want to cover. People keep saying which is better, attack percentage cup or animal damage bonus cup. It just depends on your build. It depends on the situation with your artifacts. It depends on the subsets, like I just said. Now, the subsets you want to focus on goes like this: crit damage, crit rate, attack percentage, energy recharge. Those are perfect for him. Now, if you get elemental mastery for some reason, or defense, like I did, um, you're gonna be very, very depressed, like I am. So yeah, that's about it for artifacts. Let's move on to constellation. I would get more into detail with this constellations, but honestly, the short answer is they're not needed. They're literally not needed. They're terrible. The only good ones are the, I guess, last one. That's the only good one. And C1, I went for C1 just because of an extra zoom. It's fun using his fucking dash, but it's not fun that it doesn't have immune frames. So, Hoyoverse, when are you adding invincible frames to his dash? It doesn't really make sense for him to dash and then still get hit, you know. But moving on to the talents, what you should focus on is forget about normal attack. If you crown this before wind cycling or bane of all evil, you're a psychopath and you need to be taken out of your house. You know, someone needs to delete the game from your console, your computer, your phone, whatever you play on. Switch? Do people play this on Switch? I don't know, but what you should focus on is bane of all evil and wind cycling. But yeah, pretty self-explanatory, honestly. The normal attack is pretty pitiful, so yeah, just trust me. I upgraded it to level 10 by accident, so you don't want to be in the same situation as me. I mean, his charge attack does pretty okay damage. It deals, in my situation, from 9,000 to 10,000 damage with his charge attack. Normal charge attack, obviously, but yeah, that's about it for his talents. The attributes are his stats, you know, all around. Yeah, those are my stats. They're terrible. I know they're terrible. But yeah, 58% crit rate, 197% crit damage, and 116 energy recharge. And that's about it. I would be talking about the teams, I guess. Now this is my Abyss team, and yeah, that's about it. If you don't have Yunjin, replace her with Geo Traveler. If you don't have, you know, Zhongli, replace him with Ningguang or Geo Traveler as well. Up to you. Depends on who you have. But yeah, that's about it. Why do I sound so out of energy? Well, it's been 2 hours of me trying to record this video. I couldn't keep up the cringy persona, and I'm finally glad that it's over. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm sorry there's no showcase right now, but the next video will be a showcase of the team on the Abyss. It's gonna be rough, but trust me, it's kind of worth it. Take care of yourselves.